The National Instructional Materials Access Center, or NIMAC, is a federally funded repository of electronic source files that was created by the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act of 2004. The NIMAC was created to help ensure that K-12 students who are visually impaired and print disabled get the accessible educational materials that they need. In this video, I will share some quick background and reminders about how the NIMAC and NIMAS work. The NIMAC is a source file repository only. This means that here at the NIMAC we do not make or distribute the formats that are directly used by students. Rather, the files that we receive from publishers are used by designated agencies and individuals in the production of formats like Braille, large print, digital audio, DAISY, and EPUB. Each state has its own system for the production and distribution of accessible materials produced from NIMAS. Here is a quick overview of the process. State and local education agencies request NIMAS at the point of purchasing textbooks by including NIMAS language in their print book adoption contracts and purchase agreements. It has been possible to request NIMAS for new textbook purchases since 2006. Since publishers submit files to the NIMAC at the point of adoption, the idea is that when there is a need for an accessible format, the file will already be available for the state to download. So the school or district will not have to contact the publisher at the point of an identified need to start the process of obtaining a source file. It is important to note that the NIMAC is a repository of textbooks and core instructional materials. Some materials that may be used in K-12 education, such as trade books, reference materials, or college textbooks, are NIMAS exempt under IDEA. We do not generally receive files for these materials. In addition, per the definitions established in IDEA, NIMAS for born digital materials also cannot be accepted. The NIMAC does receive files for core K-12 textbooks, supplementary readers, workbooks, and many other print ancillaries. In accordance with the adoption contract or purchase agreement, the publisher submits source files to the NIMAC. The only format that the NIMAC can accept is the National Instructional Materials Accessibility Standard, or NIMAS format. This format was especially developed by a national technical panel to be the national standard for use in producing accessible formats. NIMAC works with over 130 K-12 publishers who provide us with these files. Because NIMAS is requested at the point of adoption, this means that files are usually submitted fairly soon after print book publication. If you need files for older materials or aren't sure if the title you need will be submitted by the publisher, please feel free to contact us. Files submitted to the NIMAC must pass an automated validation process as well as a manual quality control and metadata review before they are accepted into the repository. Once files are accepted, they become visible in our online search and can be downloaded by registered users. Each state designates authorized users for the NIMAC. These users can directly download files or assign files for download by accessible media producers who are registered with the NIMAC. Once the files are downloaded, authorized users and accessible media producers use them to produce the accessible formats students need. If you are able to use NIMAS to produce accessible formats and are interested in obtaining an account with the NIMAC, please contact us. After the formats are produced, they are distributed to students through state systems. Each state has its own system for managing the process of getting accessible materials produced and into the hands of students. Some states, for example, have a central instructional resource center that provides these services. Many states also work with organizations such as APH, Bookshare, and Learning Ally, which distribute the materials directly to the student or school. If you need help getting plugged into your state system, or you're needing help locating accessible materials for a student, please feel free to contact us for assistance. We can be reached at nimac@aph.org, or you can call us at 877-526-4622.